Dating. We're knee deep in cuffing season, or at least should be. And it's that time when being an introverted individual, especially as a black woman, becomes discernibly painful. Let's have a conversation about New York City's dating landscape and how black women are still treated, idolized, and copied by many of the feminine youth, while also over sexualized and hated by some men. Exhibit A, the Margiela Tabis.
Dun, dun, dun. Ladies of NYC, be fucking aware. This man is out here on Tinder and Hinge, and he will steal from you. So I'm walking around Soho and I see this really cute guy and we cross paths, we just lock eyes, and that's really it. Fast forward in the evening, I get a message on Tinder and it's from the guy and he's like, hey, did I see you downtown? We start chatting and then we ended up going out for drinks. We get drinks and everything seems like cool, and like he seems like a nice guy and like someone I would just probably just hang out with for like a little fling and just like sleep with. After the day, he's pretty persistent about like seeing me again and hanging out. Okay, fast forward, we hang out again, he comes over and we sleep together. Before we sleep together, we're like chatting about like fashion and stuff, and he's like really wants tabbies, and like I'm like, oh yeah, I have some tabbies, and like he's like, oh, I really want the boots. Okay, so then fast forward to the morning, we have sex again. Then I get up, I go and I brush my teeth, I come back, he's putting his clothes on, and we chat a little bit more. So now we're chatting and he's like, oh, can I show you this playlist on Spotify? I feel like you really like it. And I'm like, okay, sure. He doesn't have Spotify, we've already discussed this, so I give him my phone to go on Spotify to look it up. I open my phone and everything for him, I give him the app to Spotify, he looks it up. So then he gives me back my phone. He's like, I can't find the playlist. I'm just like, okay, it's time to go. Hours pass. I'm on my computer. I look over to my shoe rack over here. I look over there and they're gone. And I'm like, where are my tabbies? So I look like high and low, look under my bed, look at my suitcase, look at my closet, can't find them anywhere. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna be accusatory. I'm just gonna see if he knows where I put them. I go to Tinder to message him, unmatched, gone. I'm like, oh no, this bitch stole my fucking shoes. So I go, it's fine. We talked on the phone. I'm just gonna go to my call log and find his number. I go to the call log and he literally deleted the history of the call. So I can't find his number. And I'm like, so when you were on Spotify, you were actually deleting your phone number from my phone. More of the story is don't fuck with this fucker named Joshua on Tinder. He's a dickhead. And if you know who he is, where he lives, or anything about him, fucking let me know, because I deserve retribution and I want my fucking shoes back.
You may be wondering, what is it like living as a single in New York City? What is it like dating at such a crucial time? And as a black girl, is it giving New York or Atlanta? And why should I feel like I can add advice on the topic? Why not just watch some Kevin Samuels rendition of How to Fix Yourself for Men? Not only do I have perspective to add, but I also deserve a good laugh on the topic, just like you who's watching. We deserve an unserious, chaotic 20-something's 2 cents to break the marital gap.
Whoa.
Marriage? Yes, marriage. It's just that when I was doing my research to find credible evidence that women are at the bottom of the dating totem pole, the subject of marriage kept popping up. The stark difference between the marriage rate of white women and black women parallel to the growing rate of cohabitating singles in the city. It's not like most 20-somethings are thinking about it, but it's an interesting statistic to think about, especially when the conversations of how fucked up the housing market is for singles keeps resurfacing, as well as, according to some men, how dating is more manageable than dating other races.
With the dudes at the house, I don't have to beat you up to show my love. That's exactly what it is. Hey. And then, like, yeah, they definitely get testy when they feel disrespected.
True. True. Oh my god, me. She gets testy when she's being disrespected? Alert the church elders. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now, these are some of my own. These are men within my own community. And believe it or not, colonization and the patriarchy have done a fucking number on minority people. Being racist towards your own people and your community and using them as a fucking step stool to uplift white women and white supremacy is not something that's exclusive to the Samoan community. So if you really think about it, they're insulting Polynesian women and they're insulting white women because they're masculinizing dating Polynesian women who don't put up with their fucking bullshit. And given the fact that I can smell the gingivitis coming from that fucking room, it doesn't surprise me that they have a problem dating Polynesian women. And at the same time, they're uplifting white women in the sense that they're saying white women are easier to control. That's why they just prefer to date them.
It's sick. The internalized racism and the high-key hate for women right now is screaming. But I'm not here to convince you to get married, and partly for that reason, because there are so many communities being cultivated with such disappointing ways of thinking, such as that one, that I don't want to convince anybody to dedicate their life to being a man's therapist. I'm simply here to help the girls have the most successful single life in the city, whatever that means. And being that I've been in and out of situationships for most of my adulthood, I think it's time to add statistics and research to the normal niggas ain't shit conversation that I would have off screen with my friends. As a late blooming black girl that has lived in New York for over a year, I can say I probably lived the equivalent of what would be 9 cat lives in New York, and most New Yorkers would agree. It's crazy as fuck here. And what you definitely do is build thick skin. And as a black woman, I seek salvation in other black people, especially black women. I mean, some of the most genuine conversations and interactions I've had in the city were with creative black women and queer non-identifying people. And for those people, I'm willing to throw myself to the wolves to get the real questions answered. And how do you feel about dating right now?
I feel like right now is real treacherous, not gonna lie. Right now it's real scary out here.
I mean, first of all, they're never giving, ever. Men want princess treatment and women are supposed to get the princess treatment. They want you to take care of them. It's just terrible. They want to be taken on dates. They don't even open doors. It's just, they want the princess treatment and we're not doing that.
The market's a little slant. It's a little narrow. Especially, I want a nice guy. I want a guy to treat me like an actual human being. So it's like, I'm not willing to settle for any less than that. So I think men, when they kind of figure that out, kind of just, they don't even try.
Like, my friends are queer. With my straight friends,
Yeah, we're struggling.
it's a struggle.
It's a street. I can say I started dating when I was like probably fresh into college, when I was 18, 19. And I had not really known what was going on. I was just like,
okay,
you know, the Mr. Krabs meme. I'm just like, so like I was in and out of a whole bunch of situationships.
Yeah, right.
So I understood that and why it's just so not it right now.
For me, it's interesting because being around like college men, I would say they're still kind of finding themselves and in a younger mindset compared to, I guess, where I have been able to come in my journey. So it's just like we're not on the same playing field right now, on the same page. I don't feel like we date anymore, really. I feel like it's more just like situationships or you're in a committed relationship. So like I would love to go on a couple dates and keep it chill and, you know, like have fun. But for guys, if they're taking you out, they expect more sometimes. So yeah, a little something. So, you know, keep it cute right now.
In New York, it's very much like everybody has this illusion they have so many options. Like you have apps, you have, you know, different places to go, but then because people feel like they have so many options, nobody's willing to commit. So it's like I'm looking for commitment. I'm not looking for one nights. I'm not looking for situationships. I'm looking for actual boyfriend to love me, and I want to do the same thing. But you know, it's not really like that.
Do you feel like your blackness affects your dating at all?
I do, in terms of dating outside of my culture. It definitely does, because I feel like, you know, like other cultures, taking it back to the dating app, they're more open on the dating app. I remember like when I was on the dating app for the time being, there were a lot of different, you know, cultures that, you know, swiped right, you know, on me. But in the real world, however, it's a different ball game. I don't think it's a matter of the person not being interested or different cultures not being interested. It's just the reluctancy, you know, to approach us. There's a lot of connotations with us. There's a lot of, you know, misrepresentations about us, and that could definitely skew, you know, a person's opinion about you to approach you.
I feel like here it's real diverse, but in different places, it can be if you want to like
Jersey.
Yeah.
I went to school in Jersey and
Delaware, DMV area, the men out there.
They no.
Yeah.
I don't think there is definitely colorism in dating, but personally for me, no.
Like, this is very controversial. I don't see a lot of black men pursue black women. Like, I think this idea of like submission, who is submissive to them, who is going to listen to them, is very much like a focal point of who they decide to choose. I will say probably not all black men are like that, but the black men I've come in contact with are either very, like, black women are very masculine, or they're not able to submit, or things like that, like very much stereotyping black women. So they go often for different races.
For me, it's like it breaks my heart because it's like there's a lot of expectations for both genders.
Yeah.
And we're very hard on each other, and we're not really seeing the love for like us as humans. That's where I'm just like, it doesn't have to be this hard if you just look at things like from a loving perspective. Everyone read bell hooks, please. For yourself. For your mental health. All about love, please.
Yeah.
You just have to find the right person and make sure it's right from the start. Don't ignore red flags, because men, they will do all this stuff. Don't believe false dreams.
Yeah.
They be selling them.
A lot of my friends are, and they be getting trapped in these little situationships that be going on for months and months and months, and that man don't even like him.
If
Like
it's
them.
past 3 months, if that man is not talking about getting together,
Yeah, like we go together bad, then it's
or
over.
sooner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a man tells you like he doesn't want that commitment, you need to get. Don't try to
100%.
change his mind. Don't try. No,
Yeah, no,
we're not
he
doing
don't
that.
want you.
No, there's somebody that will.
It's just men that don't want to commit to you. They initially start with like, oh my God, I want you. They say a lot of things in the beginning. They're like, I want a life with you. I want to pursue you. And then you actually get to the moments where, this is where you put your words to actions, and they don't do that. They often make promises that they can't keep. And it's like, why do that?
Anyone who's coming here, I'd say that you have a lot of options. You do, especially with dating apps. The way that I see it is just, whenever he comes around, love will find me, and it'll happen when it does happen, when it's supposed to happen.
I think we're all finally starting to understand how a lot of people still currently are treating women with very little respect and more so like objects. I mean, think about the look that the waiter gives you when you tell them that you need a table for one. They're simply disgusted. Singles need to unite right now in this society for more rights and more respect. Lower rent and buy the single person at the bar a drink for their struggles. If they're single, then they encounter a lot of people who download dating apps to find their next victims. And if they're a woman, they deal with catcalling all the time from men who have no respect. And Gen Z, can we collectively come up with healthy mentalities towards how we view singlehood, dating, cuffing season, and just new romance in general? Like, I think we need to turn the whole damn bitch around. Okay, I have good news for you. There's gonna be more videos coming about cuffing season, and you made it to the end of the video. Yay! Oh, you wanna see how my day is going? Messy, but if you made it this far into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate anyone who contributes to this conversation or who enjoyed it. If you like the video, make sure to like the video, and also if you want to contribute to the conversation that I'm having, be sure to email riathecrab@gmail.com. Send your submissions of dating horror stories, how cuffing season is going for you right now. I want to interact with real people. I want to turn this into a broader conversation. So thank you again so much for watching. I look forward to talking more with y'all about this. Bye.